Hey, everybody. Let me know if you can hear us when we're back. Let me know if it's still choppy. My fucking headphones are cutting in and out, dude.
Take the headphones off.
I can't hear. We're back. Sorry about that. A bunch of technical difficulties. It really fucking pisses me off. Hopefully, it's fucking working now. We'll see what the fuck happens as you tune back in. Let us know. Trying to get this shit fixed. I don't know why the fuck it does it every time. And then I restart it and it seems to work fine. I don't do anything. It's good now. See? It's a fucking... I don't understand why it does that. So just have to restart it. All right. Well, we're back. It's good. Good to be back, you guys. I'm going to share... Why don't you tell people about... why don't you tell people, Albert, about some of the news shit that's been going on this week?
Man, so much fucking news. Goddamn.
What have you heard about?
Well, Joe Biden is up to his old tricks.
What tricks?
You know how Joe Biden does. He likes to say little things, and
he had his first press conference today. I didn't watch it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a little bit. And I think he trying to what are they trying to do with filibustering right now? They're trying to.
We talked about that a little bit last week. So there's a filibuster that is what it's in the Senate. They're trying to get it removed. He was actually talking about that today. It's the first time I did see that he has been opening to reforming it. Really, they've been talking about bringing back the standing filibuster. And now he's actually talking about just completely getting rid of it because it's blocking. What happens is you need a simple majority. You need a 2/3 majority to pass anything in the Senate, 60 votes. But to use reconciliation, you need a simple majority, which is 50 votes, right? Or in this case, 50 plus 1. And it just takes a long time to use reconciliation. To get things done faster, you have to go through a normal process of 60. In order for that not to take forever, you got to get rid of the motherfucking filibuster, right? That's what that's all about. That's so they can get up there and just read the book or read the news or whatever.
Well, I think that's a great thing, right?
No, it's good. They should have got rid of it a long fucking time ago. It's actually a part. Obama got up and said that it's a relic from the days of Jim Crow. And then Biden today, I saw he said like all these voting restrictions are what's called Jim Eagle is what he called it. He's not very fucking funny. So, anyway, guys, sorry, I'm still trying to get all the fucking links shared. I'll be right back. Anything else, Albert?
Other things happening in the news is Ted Cruz was saying some stuff. He's saying some more dumb stuff.
Like what?
That he doesn't believe in well, I know he doesn't like illegal immigrants.
Well, yeah. Right. But you know what he was saying? Could you paraphrase for the folks out there? While I get this set up.
Well, he was talking about what was he saying?
So basically, I know it's mind-blowing. Sorry, guys. It's riveting talk. Albert just not knowing what the fuck Ted Cruz said. So we're gonna get on the topic as I fucking pull up my notes here. I had to share the goddamn links. I have to do all this shit at one time because I don't have a fucking tech. So it's a real pain in my penis hole. First thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today was the Biden administration is firing people for admitting that they used marijuana.
Kamala Harris, yes.
Well, no, not Kamala Harris. So the staffers.
Right.
So there are White House staff that were asked to fill out a survey in which there was a question about if they had ever used marijuana before. So a lot of people apparently told the truth about that, Albert, and they got fired for it.
Well, that's insanity.
So you should never admit to your employer that you smoke pot is basically the lesson that's been learned here.
But see, that's so fucking dumb.
So, I don't know. I'm having a fucking whole shitload of issues with this goddamn headphones. Oh, I like the guy that's like, oh, yeah, the show is, I don't know. You're the dumb motherfucker watching it. So, I hope you're enjoying that. So, yeah, we've got all kinds of technical issues that I'm dealing with. So, that's why that's mostly going on. I can't even read off my fucking prompt.
AM, go fuck yourself.
You know, if you want to just hear me call you a dumbass, we could do that without me having to look up my fucking script. So, anyway, we got, so that's been going on. But the issue, Albert, and this is why we were trying to post a meme about it, was that Kamala Harris admitted on that show, The Breakfast Club,
Yes.
that she used marijuana.
Yes.
I just got to say, fuck the headphones. They're not working anyway. So Kamala Harris said she used marijuana, and that, of course, has caused a bit of you know, people asking questions of, well, how come the White House staffers are getting fired for admitting they used weed and pot, smoking it, you know what I mean? But Kamala Harris, who admitted she used weed, is the vice president, you know, and the White House press secretary's excuse was that smoking marijuana is still federally illegal, right? Still federally criminalized, so that's why they've had to fire the people. But why haven't they had to fire the vice president? What do you think?
Well, first off, why are they doing this to begin with, right? I mean, come on. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid because, you know, 14 states have legal marijuana, right?
Right.
And of which some of these people who admitted that they smoke marijuana are from those states. So what they did wasn't even illegal in those states.
Right.
Right. The other issue is that John says she's a weeder. The other issue is that who gives a flying fuck? Because that's like saying, oh, did you drink alcohol? Yes. Okay, you're fired. Did you ever drink alcohol when you were under 18? Yes. All right, you're fired. You know what I mean?
I mean, here's another thing that another example of the government doing shit that doesn't help fucking anybody.
Clark says he's your dad.
Yeah.
So, you're in deep trouble, boy. Yeah, well, fuck you, Dad. Fuck you, Mom and Dad. I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous. Obama said he smoked weed. Clinton said, remember, he smoked weed. But Clinton said he was famous because his line was like, oh, I smoked it, but I didn't inhale.
Right, which is dumb.
Which doesn't make it less illegal. Did you know that if you're smoking weed and it's illegal, that inhaling doesn't make it illegal? So, fucking stupid. But then Kamala Harris said that she did inhale, so I don't know. And then she joked about it, but...
This is some dumbass fucking bullshit, man.
It show is. So, anyway, next topic on the agenda today... Let's see here. We were going to talk about some legislation that passed, Albert. Let me pull the link up here. This was in Alabama, I believe. Let's see. I got to pull this up. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's not it. That's the wrong motherfucking one. Super good.
Shit!
It is... Nope, that's not it either. Son of a bitch, where is it? Man, the joys of live streaming.
Well, just tell the kind of people what the hell the thing is going on with.
What does that even mean, Albert? What did you just say? What did you just say? You know what I mean? I don't even know what you just said, let alone what the fuck that means. So, I gotta pull up the document again. Fucking dumb, dude.
Well, I know that Alabama is...
What do you know about Alabama?
One of the things that I know about Alabama is that they have very thick accents.
That is, I guess, true. Let's see, where's the fucking note? Is that all you know about Alabama? That's the only thing.
That's kind of it. I mean, I don't want to say stereotypical negative things about, Alabama, because...
Well, this is not even apparently in Alabama. It's Arkansas. So let's pull this up. What about Arkansas accents? Do you know
Arkansas is another country-ass, bumfuck we fucking mountaintop. You know, we fuck our cousins on mountaintops and snow creeks, and blissful winds in the congregation of the middle.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right, sorry, I have to pull this fucking bullshit up.
God damn internet.
All right, so anyway, let's see here. Yeah, you guys got to drink every time I say How about that? We'll make that a drinking game. Every time I say you drink until you kill yourself. Just fucking kill yourself. So, all right. So Arkansas lawmakers, Arkansas lawmakers approve conscience objections for doctors. So this article, it says that. Let's roll down here. Little Rock, Arkansas. The Arkansas legislature on Thursday approved a bill allowing doctors to refuse to treat someone due to religious or moral objections, sending it to the governor over complaints that would create a blanket right to discriminate against patients. So this actually passed. There you go. The majority Republican Senate voted 25-6 for the bill, which says that healthcare workers and institutions have the right to not participate in non-emergency treatments that violate their conscience. The bill now heads to the Republican governor, who has not said whether or not he supports the measure. So let's explain why this is an issue, right?
This is crazy.
This basically, Albert, is saying that if a doctor, a medical professional, doesn't want to treat somebody because, let's say, I don't know, they're Muslim, they can just discriminate. Or let's say they don't want to treat somebody because, I don't know, they're transgender or gay, they can just refuse the right to treat them.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a great law that they just suddenly were like, hey, you know what we should do? Let's make a law where we can kill more people that don't look like us.
Well, it is just outrageous that anybody has that this kind of bold discrimination, right? Is even a thing that's happening in modern day fucking society.
Yeah. And
this is the kind of shit you would expect to happen, like, from the 1950s and 60s and shit that our racist-ass grandparents would do. Problem is that our racist-ass grandparents are still voting and shit. They should pass rules on how old you should be able to be, I think, to vote. If you have to be 18 to vote, shouldn't there be a cutoff on how you're too old to vote?
Yes, there should.
Because you're still holding on to some ancient-ass, religious, discriminatory, bigoted beliefs that you're going to be too goddamn old. You're probably going to die, and these stupid-ass rules are going to be put in place. For the next generation.
Just Arkansas just trying to tell more people that don't look white to leave the fucking state.
So, there you go. We'll see what the fuck happens. Opponents of the bill have called it just basically what it is. Bullshit. Discrimination. And Arkansas is a fucked up place, man.
It is.
The senators from Arkansas suck. Governor from Arkansas, if he passes this shit, he sucks. So.
They ain't worth a damn, Clark, they're not worth a damn.
So, there we go. We got some people saying, why is Clark shouting? Give them support. I don't know. I vote. I always vote. Albert doesn't vote, but I'm trying to get his ass to vote. Albert would vote, he said, if it was an app. You know what I mean? COVID that way.
Damn GERD.
Got the GERD. So that's going on, Albert. I don't know. That's just fucking bullshit.
It is. It's more sad shit that we're, doing this show. I love doing it and I have fun, but sometimes the issues that we have to talk about are they're hard to even discuss because they don't even make sense. Yeah.
Well, here's another one. So this one fucking sucks dick. Last year there was the George Floyd was murdered by the cops, right?
I do remember that.
Pretty much for just being black. And, I think he was trying to pass off a fake currency, right? Wasn't that what they choked him out for, or fucking knelt on him for? But anyway, after all of that, after all of the Black Lives Matter protests, right? After all of that shit, after an election, right? The Kentucky legislature passed this. Let me pull this up.
Oh, I did hear about this.
The Kentucky legislature passed a bill making it a crime to taunt and insult police officers. So nothing happened then. Actually got worse. All the protesting did was make it worse. So now you can't even fucking tell a cop that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So there you go. All that fucking protest, inspired in part by a reaction to Breonna Taylor's death, a bill making it a crime in Kentucky to taunt or insult a police officer cleared the state Senate Thursday night after a sometimes fiery floor debate. Senate Bill 211 increases penalties for people convicted of crimes committed during or near a riot, which measures defines as a public disturbance or 5 or more people. Tumultuous and violent conduct creates a grave danger of damage or injury to property or persons, or substantially obstructs a law enforcement or other government function. I love how they always put property in front of people. Like, look at this. Look at the fucking wording of this bill. It literally puts property in front of people. So there you go. They had a bunch of protests about police fucking brutality.
Yeah.
And the result is that they gave cops more power, basically.
Yeah, let's give them more power so they can kill more motherfuckers and then there could be more riots. It's a great idea.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It really is depressing as hell. Of course, Kentucky's another state that's fucked up. It's got Mitch McConnell, that turtle-looking asshole, for their fucking senator. So, I don't know. I don't know what I expect from some asshole like that. We got some comments coming in.
It's just Clark being mean.
They're just more about not getting a job. I actually am working. I have to go to work this weekend. And yeah, pigs, fucking pigs, cops, man, they suck.
Yeah.
They need to do qualified immunity. We haven't got any of that shit. And you know, if we want to, we need to be tough on Biden and Kamala Harris because they suck when it comes to police brutality. Their records are terrible, right?
Yeah.
Kamala Harris locked up and incarcerated tons of poor African-American men in California. Joe Biden wrote the crime bill, right?
Right.
So these are fucking people who really don't give too much a fuck about police brutality against especially poor minorities, right?
Yeah.
And you just think after a huge protest like the George Floyd protest and the Black Lives Matter protest that something would have come out of it.
Nope.
And in fact, I haven't even seen much on the realm of defund the police in like Minneapolis or any of that shit to put the money into other things like, you know, different departments that could handle shit.
Yeah. I mean, we're just going to get more George Floyd situations and that's all that's going to happen. I guess. I mean, I don't know what they need to happen.
So Clark says that he is your uncle. Now, he also said that you were Albert's father. So there is some kind of uncle fucking going on in your family, Albert, or what's going on? We haven't talked about this.
Probably.
Yeah.
I want Clark to say something. Clark's not saying anything like interesting at all. He's not really being. I feel like I've heard everything. He said I was being quiet. I'm being quiet because I don't know what. I want to respond, but it needs to be entertaining, Clark. Like it needs to be worthy.
We don't need to give. AM said that we need to give cops raises. There is no reason to give cop raises. What we need to do is they're being asked to do way too fucking much. It's impossible for them to do all of what they're supposed to do. Impossible. They're supposed to be society's like solution to every issue. They can't do it, right? You shouldn't have this. It's like a tool when you have a problem, right? With on anything, and you have to have the right tool to fix it, right?
Right.
And you know, if you try to go around and fix everything with a hammer, right? But you need a screwdriver or a fucking saw or whatever, you're just gonna end up beating the shit out of it with the hammer, and that's pretty much what police do.
Yeah.
They just go around with their batons and their guns, and they just beat the shit out of people to fix every solution and trying to actually solve it because they don't have the right fucking tools, which a lot of times is intelligence.
But AM, you're watching me. You're literally typing to me right now, AM. Are you sure about that?
All right, let's talk about the next fucked up thing in America. Albert, are you ready? We got three more things to talk about in today's show. First, the next thing is the fucking Boulder shooting that happened while we were gone. So this is fucked up.
Yep.
There was make sure this does. Oh, fucking CNN.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
Fuck CNN, BNN, that's where it's at. So anyway, there was a shooting guy in Boulder, Colorado, a man named Ahmed Alisa. I got that wrong, I'm sorry about that. Was identified as the gunman who opened fire at King Soopers grocery store in Colorado, killing 10 people, including a cop. He's a 21-year-old, and, he did not disclose his motive, but he did use, apparently, some form of AR-15 style pistol modified. Yeah, there you go. So what do you think about this? I mean, this guy obviously lost his goddamn mind, and he was wearing a tactical armored vest. So he knew that he was just going to go out there and fuck people up, kill people. That's all he was out there for.
I think, in the beginning of the story, I was trying to figure out what his race was. And he looks like a white guy, but he's apparently not, right? Is he?
I think he's Syrian. Is what they said. He's from Syria.
Syria. Okay.
I think he was born in Syria, but he spent most of his life here in America. So, I mean, he's an immigrant, but he grew up in America around this fucking crazy culture where people just fucking go around and shoot people at grocery stores. I don't know a lot about Syria news. I know Syria is pretty fucked up, but mostly because we keep fucking dropping bombs on them, and the Russians and the Americans are playing tug of war with Syria, which we're actually going to talk about in today's episode. If you guys check it out, it'll be posted on Saturday. The never-ending proxy war in the Middle East. But yeah, let's see. We got some comments here. They said, it's all because of that rap music. It is, John. It is. It's fucking Cardi B. It's just like Candace Owens said. All American... Candace Owens knows what the fuck is up. All America's going to shit.
I think Clark might be a friend of mine named Anthony. Is this Anthony? I have no idea. I'm just making a guess. Because he's fucking with me. If I have a friend that fucks with me a lot, and I think maybe it might be him.
We don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. They're never gonna let us know, Albert, because they're fucking trolling. So, what do you think, though, man? We had the lockdown, right? Mm-hmm. And we went the longest time because of the pandemic and people quarantining and lockdown and all that shit without these mass shootings. And then as soon as fucking this shit starts getting lifted,
here comes the shootings.
Here comes the shootings again.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, there's a mental health issue. We don't have health care in this country. Guns are easy to get a hold of.
Right.
It's a lot of different things need to change.
Well, and I'm conflicted about it because for one, as a fucking Marxist, I think it's that people should have guns, and then people disagree with me on that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think that people should have the right to have guns or whatever. But I do think that it shouldn't be easier, probably, to get a gun than it is to get a driver's license. That just sounds totally fucking FUBAR.
Right.
You know?
100%. I think at this point, businesses, the government should just require any business to have some sort of security or a metal detector entrance or something.
What about like the Republican kind of solution, which is that just give everybody guns? Like fucking cashier guns, the cart boy who goes and gets the carts, he's got to be fucking loaded up with machine guns and shit, while he's getting the carts, he's got to be carrying a fucking flamethrower.
Yeah, well, the government would rather have the people protect themselves and maybe get themselves hurt than to spend money and get the professional help that we need. Put a fucking... I don't know. Put the money into the schools. There should be metal detectors in all schools.
Well,
much more security.
Biden came out and proposed a ban on some more of these assault rifles, and
right.
I mean, that's the problem. Is like it's hard. Like I said, I think that it's definitely too easy to get these fucking guns and to modify these guns, right? And there are loopholes. So I do think that things need to change to where you don't get fucking incel psychopaths, right?
Right.
That are fucking loser virgins who lose their fucking mind and they go kill a bunch of people, like that fucking asshole in Georgia,
right?
Who attacked all those Asian women at the massage parlors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just because he's a fucking loser.
Yeah. No, I mean, I do think there should be some sort of restrictions on certain guns or something. I mean, here's the thing: something has to give. And if it's not going to be the guns, it needs to be security from the government or law where businesses have to have a certain amount of security at each business. Because right now, the way that it is I can go into a library, I can go into a Shipley's Donuts, I can go into Burger King. There's not security. There's no metal detector. It's just free range. At this point, everything is free range, and it shouldn't be that way. At this point, the government should spend money and protect these businesses, or like I said, implant laws that makes Burger King Corporation put security, high security, in every restaurant, and it should just be like that everywhere. That's what I think.
Well, it would create more jobs.
It would create more jobs.
Yeah.
And shit, I did security. I did security for a little bit. Clark, I was a security guard one time. You might think that's kind of funny, Clark. I don't know if you would think that was funny. But I was a security guard.
Yeah.
And it was
How'd you like that job?
I actually liked it because it, believe it or not, it's so easy. It actually doesn't even seem like a job, and it shouldn't really be a job.
I hated it.
It's not a real job, is what I'm saying.
When I was I was managing a bar, and I didn't have security.
Oh, that's different.
But I didn't have security, so I had to be fucking a bouncer.
That's
and a bartender. You know what I mean?
Now,
and
bars need security
for sure. And you're dealing with drunk motherfuckers, right?
I was securing nothing at my job.
Right.
Like
and
no one, ghost.
And it sucked because I'm a little guy. You know, I'm fucking tiny.
You motherfuckers will just be like, hey.
And the only thing that I had on my side was that these motherfuckers were typically drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
And I was pretty sober, if not completely sober. I was at work. We'll say I was completely sober. And whenever they would come at me, they were really drunk, so I could at least defend myself. But it was scary because I'm fucking small, and a lot of these guys were fucking huge.
Hell yeah!
I didn't have a bouncer and shit.
Now that's fucked up. That was a fucked up situation you were in. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, all bars should have bouncers. That's fucking bullshit. You know what I mean?
And there's not. There's just not. Like I said, the government could make simple things, and they don't fucking do anything. You know, they don't change shit. They don't change nothing. We're still not changing shit. We hear about these shootings all the time. Oh, this is sad. It's fucked up. What are you gonna do about it? Well, how about this? Have you been smoking weed?
No. As soon as it happens, then I was wondering if I was going to bring up about Ted Cruz, because as soon as it happens, Ted Cruz comes out and has a fucking meltdown, right? And he's like, "Oh, it's an invasion, and these fucking background checks or whatever. It's an invasion of privacy. It's a constitutional right for me to own a goddamn bazooka." You know what I mean? And it's just kind of asinine because, first of all, none of that shit existed back in the day. You know what I mean?
Right.
You had a fucking musket that you had to load with like a pin. I don't know if you've ever seen that shit. I guess you could buy a cannon or whatever, but it wasn't like, no such thing as like assault rifles or any of that shit. They didn't even have fucking cars. They had horses and wagons and shit. You know what I mean? I bet if they had cars that, that would somehow be in the Constitution, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
and by the way, Ted Cruz is one of the biggest morons to ever
so
hit
stupid.
the Senate. Like, he talks like Jesus. Is there anyone that sounds more idiotic than Ted Cruz right now in the Senate? Like, just sounds more idiotic.
No,
sounds the most dumbest.
I was telling somebody the other day that I would rather hang out with one of those white, crispy, dried up dog turds. You know what I'm talking about? That looks like it's fucking diseased. Than Ted Cruz. So we got one last story for you guys tonight.
Oh, Clark's asked me how my unemployment's going. It's going great. I'm getting paid tomorrow, Clark.
Hell yeah, and you're paying me back.
Yeah.
That's right, because he owes me money. Make sure I get that on tape. All right.
Wait, what do I owe you for?
I gotta get those Ubers and beers and shit.
I paid you last time for that.
I know, but now you're gonna have more. Because you gotta get.
I'm getting my Uber tonight.
Oh, you're getting it? Yeah. Oh, he's getting his Uber. Look at Albert getting his own Uber and shit.
Clark, the unemployment is a government issue, not my issue. Fuck you, bitch.
No, there's no. I think. I've actually said on the show before. I think that unemployment should go away because I think that we should move to a UBI system, and I think it should go to everybody. And I think that if you don't need it, at the end of the year, you take it out of your taxes, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what pisses people off, Albert, is that people see other people getting shit, and they go, oh, why are they getting it? Even though unemployment, you have to work to pay into it, you know what I mean? Right. There's special provisions right now because of the pandemic, but typically you don't just get unemployment. You worked for your unemployment that's paying you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that's still a kind of fucked system, because if you have somebody who has like some kind of disability or disease, right? Let's say you got cancer and you can't fucking work for a long time, right?
Well, you're gonna be dead soon.
Well, they just don't give a fuck. Yeah, they'd rather you die than take care of you. I have a cousin that had a stroke, right?
Ooh.
And she can't work anymore, right?
Right.
And she had all these medical bills and shit, right? And it went on and was a process for years. And because of that, she doesn't qualify for unemployment or any of that shit. And the amount of the government aid that she gets for WIC, right, or SNAP or whatever the fuck it's called, it's nothing. So the government doesn't help her out at all. Yeah. And it's fucking unfortunate because she just has a medical disability.
Right.
So
yeah, they're yet again. And by the way, my wife Clark, I was fortunate to have a wife who actually helped me sign up for unemployment. If I didn't, I always tell my wife this: if she wasn't around, if I was single, I would not have signed up for unemployment. I would not have known how to do it. I would have been a dumb guy. I would have just been like, hey.
We got some questions coming up. Let's see what we got here. They said Uber prices have gone up lately. I don't know because I don't fucking Uber anywhere. I Ubered on my birthday, and I Uber when I'm drunk if I'm out, but I don't really go anywhere. But you Uber, I guess they have gone up. Do you know? Have you noticed that?
I haven't. I mean, I'm sure it has, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I haven't. I only take it when I'm here, and
you're drunk.
Yeah, and
so you don't even fucking pay attention.
No, I do pay attention. It's like $18 or some shit.
Oh shit! I opened up a fucking video game.
Oh fuck!
Uh-oh, I think I just fucked it. All right, so let's see. What else do we got? We have some...
Wait, Clark said something about Jonathan. This is...
Oh, they're talking about your Uber. You're getting your own Uber. Oh, John Martin wants to know if I'm Q. John, first of all, what happened to David Koresh Jr.? That's what I'm used to. So, I mean, I guess John has come out. Are you David Koresh Jr.? If you say yes to that, then I'll admit to being Q. I think I did fuck the internet up when I opened that game thing. What else? Let's see. Albert has worked. He talked about it tonight. What does she say about you not working? More about that. Big Spinner hasn't even noticed. I don't know. This show is basically a fucked up live stream. The live stream doesn't work half the goddamn time, and then when it does work, it just gets into this fucking thing about how Albert is on unemployment, and we're trying to fucking do a live stream. It's a fucking pain in the ass. If you guys haven't ever done a live stream, it is. If you're trying to, like, especially pulling up little articles and opening windows and fucking the cheap-ass gear that I have, it sucks. So, we're going to do one more story. There's a link in the top right corner there for fucking PayPal.
Stupid motherfuckers.
If you can give $5 or $10, we're probably going to spend that money on booze. I'm not even going to lie. But it will be $5 or $10 less that I have to spend on buying new headphones and new microphones, a new mixer and the shit, so that every time we start up, it doesn't have to be fucked up.
Stupid motherfuckers. So,
last story of the day, Albert. Oakland is launching. Let's pull this up.
A new cryptocurrency.
No, fuck that. We don't. Is that what you saw? No. Who gives a shit about that? Garbage. Oakland is launching. The first UBI, the first guaranteed income program in this country, which is UBI, which we were just talking about.
Yes. Which I agree with you, by the way. It should be that way.
So we're going to see how this goes. It says Oakland plans to start a guaranteed income program this spring for 600 residents. One of the largest such programs in the country, city officials said. The Bay Area leaders search for solutions to rising poverty and inequality in the wake of the pandemic. Through the pilot program, residents will receive $500 a month for at least. It said that checks will be in residents' hands by this spring or summer. Low-income families with at least one child under 18 who are Black, Indigenous, or people of color will be randomly selected through an application process to vet eligibility. Officials said those groups suffer from the greatest wealth disparity, according to the data of Oakland's population. All right? It says more than 70,000 people, or 16.7% of Oakland's population, live in poverty. And so I lived in Oakland And I can tell you that that's definitely true because it's fucking expensive out there.
Right.
And so even if you make $15 an hour, right? $31,000 a year. It ain't shit. You're still poor. So you can be working your ass off. You can be and minimum wage, by the way, in San Francisco is $15 an hour, I think now.
6 sons of bitches.
But it's still not enough.
Nope.
So, and that's another thing. When people talk about, we've talked about this before, people talk about working. The problem is when you're working your ass off, right?
Yeah.
And these aren't easy fucking jobs. Working fast paced. Maybe you're doing fucking manual labor or construction or cooking like and all that kind of shit. Just standing up all day, working your ass off. You're not working at a desk, a nice little white collar desk job where you get breaks and coffee or whatever. You're grinding. And it sucks that when you're doing that even 40 hours a week is not enough to escape poverty.
It's not. And I did telemarketing. That's a robotic kind of job. And got paid dirt shit, and yeah, it's not worth it, Clark. This is bigger than you, man. It's bigger than you, Clark. I don't know if Clark actually really gives a fuck or not. If he's just trolling.
We'll see how this program works out, man. I think that we definitely need something like UBI in this country, but I think that they need to. I think if they continue down this path where they pick and choose. I mean, I get this as a trial run, right, Albert? Right. But it needs to be something that's universal because the most popular programs in this country have always been universal programs, right? Mm-hmm. When you get away from that, right, you get people who start getting pissed off that certain people have eligibility and things that they don't get, right?
Right.
So that's why you do universal programs like public education, right? Like Social Security, right?
Right.
Like fucking public libraries, like the Postal Service, right? Like these are public utilities that everybody gets to use, right?
Yeah.
And that's why they're systematically and publicly widely appreciated. You know what I mean? And the few people who really hate against them, the only people who rally against those such programs are the really crazy libertarian people who we don't really listen to anyway. They're fucking nut jobs, and they've got their tinfoil hats on. So, anyway, this has been an episode of the Happy Half Hour with Jonathan Fleissner.
And Albert Deleon.
Live and uncut. And like we said, you can, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We've got clips, shots that are like little baby clips. We've got full-ass episodes on YouTube. Go check those out.
We got original memes.
We got original memes every day on Instagram. We
got tweets, original tweets.
We got all kinds of articles that we're talking about. Get on Twitter, talk to us.
We're doing beer reviews, movie reviews, book reviews.
That's right. We're doing beer reviews, movie reviews, book reviews, all kinds of shit. Cocktails. And, yeah. A lot of shit, man. About 5 hours worth of shit a week.
We're gonna have our own goddamn theme park by the end of the fucking
That's
decade.
right. We're gonna have our own. We're gonna have our own theme park. There's
gonna be a ride where someone like Clark just humiliates you and tells you how shitty you and pathetic you are for about
that'll be the whole ride. The whole ride will be. We're gonna get Clark. Clark, if you're looking, we're gonna actually give you a job, and you're gonna sit there and just tell people they're worthless, and they can get the real booze and news experience. Which is what the viewers want.
Exactly.
So there you guys go. And thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you get a chance, follow us. Check out our episode that we're about to film. It'll post on Saturday. And then Sunday, we're going live on Instagram TV, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
And that's a bingo bango right there.
Cheers, guys.